doubleheader of Baseball Classic elimination games. The Colorado Rockies visit the Arizona Diamondbacks. Just a quick little, let's do a quick little history lesson about how that happened. So the Arizona Diamondbacks played the Pittsburgh Pirates. Zach Greinke went no hit through 6 innings, and then it all kind of imploded on them. They ended up losing that game 7-4, and then the Colorado Rockies, same thing, except they started to battle from behind, but the Los Angeles Dodgers won thanks to a great Clayton Kershaw start. So that is why these two teams will now be facing off in an elimination win or go home type game, and it should be a lot of fun. So first, let's introduce you to the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. I don't have a graphic for that, so I'm just going to show you the main thing. All right, Colorado, they have DJ LeMahieu, the second baseman, leading off. Michael Cuddyer, the right fielder, batting second. Charlie Blackmon, the center fielder, batting third. Carlos Gonzalez, the left fielder, batting fourth. Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, batting fifth. Then Nolan Arenado, the all-star third baseman, batting next. And then Trevor Story, the shortstop. Then Mark Reynolds, the first baseman, and Kendry Morales, the starting pitcher for the Rockies. For the Diamondbacks, interesting version of his lineup that Andy Lopez has chose to gone with. All-star slugger left fielder Ian Martin will be leading off with A.J. Pollock batting second, and then J.D. Martinez, the right fielder, bats third with Paul Goldschmidt batting cleanup. Daniel Descalso, the shortstop, will bat next. Then Aaron Hill, the second baseman. Jake Lamb, the third baseman. Then Chris Iannetta with the pitcher Blake Parsons batting ninth. Defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Outfield consists of Martin in left, Pollock in center, and Martinez in right. Infield, of course, has Mr. America's first baseman himself, Paul Goldschmidt at first. Aaron Hill, second baseman. Second base, Jake Lamb at third, and Daniel Descalso playing shortstop. Iannetta will be catching for Parsons. Defensive alignment for the Rockies. Left field, Carlos Gonzalez. Center field, Charlie Blackmon. And right field, Michael Cuddyer. Infield features Mark Reynolds at first, DJ LeMahieu at second, and Arenado at third, and of course Story at shortstop, with Lucroy catching Kendry Morales. We now join this one. And leading off, of course, will be DJ LeMahieu. Oh, we got to wait for this little thing to go away. All right. Leading off will be DJ LeMahieu. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we will see what happens here. Right-handed pitcher facing left-handed hitting Parsons. Beautiful day here in Arizona. The roof is open. The uniforms are as you see on the card. Parsons delivers, and it's going to be a four-seamer outside, and it now fills the count, 3-2. How is it possible to get 5 balls? I have no clue. All right. Hey, we have Al Red Sox fan here. He's in his seat and ready to go. By the way, I'm going to paste the link for those brackets that you were asking about in our last game. Is LeMahieu fouls this one across the first base line, and it's still full count. So I'm going to post that in the chat right now for you, Al. As Parsons delivers this one, fly ball into right field. Martinez, shallow right field, makes the easy catch, and that's out number 1. So there is the link to the website that I use for my brackets there, Al. And now we go to our new batter, and that will be Michael Cuddyer, the right fielder. Ready to go. Number 3, right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Blake Parsons, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Rookie sensation, had a great year, and now it is 3-2. Parsons, lefty to righty, the pitch. Cuddyer fouls this one off, and it's going to stay there. Beautiful day in Phoenix. The roof is open in this elimination game. And the pitch again. And it's going to be a four-seamer outside, and Cuddyer walks, so we got a runner on first. And now here comes Charlie Blackmon, the all-star center fielder for the Colorado Rockies. number 19. Ready to go. We join this one on a 1-1 count. Parsons checks the runner. Taking his time. Now the delivery. And Kadire going for second. He did not get there in time. Great throw by Chris Iannetta. And they catch him stealing, so that'll now be 2 outs. Good pitch out by Parsons to Iannetta to give him a chance to get that thing to Del Scalzo to get Kadire out. And we have nobody on with 2 outs. 2-1 the count. And the pitch from Parsons, lefty to lefty, and that's going to be high, and it's 31. With Carlos Gonzalez on deck. Parsons looking in. Gets the pitch, and here we go. And he fouls this one off immediately into the backstop. And it'll now fill the count, 3-2. Once again, this is a do-or-die game. And the pitch. This one, fly ball into center field. Pollock running shallow, and he gets to the spot, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. So, Parsons gets him to go 1, 2, 3. And it is 0-0 going into the bottom of the first. Checking in on the chat. Al Red Sox fan, nice call on the throw out. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. And now we got to wait for this. Once again, this is a trial version of this software. And this is the disadvantage of having the trial version is it says that it gives you this thing all the time. Franklin Morales, the starting pitcher for the Rockies. Left-handed thrower. Throws pretty hard, too. Jonathan Lucroy, of course, will be catching him, and we mentioned the defensive scheme earlier for the Rockies in this do-or-die game. And now let's take a look at what awaits the winner of this one. The winner of this game will play the loser of the Seattle Mariners and Philadelphia Phillies game. And just for you people that watched the last game, San Diego will play the loser of the Oakland Athletics Kansas City Royals game. So we return you back to the action. Ian Martin, the captain of the Arizona Diamondbacks and one of my creative players, will be leading off. He gets a full count. And the pitch. And it's low. Martin walks. So the Diamondbacks have a runner on. And now here comes A.J. Pollock. Number 11, the center fielder. Wanting something to go his way. We join it on a 2-1 count. Lefty to righty. And the delivery. That's going to be a four-seamer way low. And that's going to be a 3-1 count. And Morales looking in, kicks and fires. And that's going to be a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it fills the count, 3-2. Arizona looking pretty good so far to start this thing out. Do or die game. Winner moves on. Loser, their season is over. Or their chance at the championship is over, I guess you could say. And the pitch, this one. Beautiful frozen rope into center right field. And that's going to get down. Martin's got the speed. He's going to third. And Pollock slides in there for a double. So runners on first and second with only 2 batters into this one. And Arizona is starting to look good. And now here comes Martinez. Number 22. And boy, I would love it if we could keep him in real life. We join it on a 1-1 count. I don't think that'll be the case, though. Runners on second and third. Speed on both bags. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup. And that's going to make it 1-2. Nobody out. Beautiful starting situation for the D-backs. We'll check in on the chat room in between innings, or half innings, I guess you could say. Nothing the score, and Arizona has the first hit of the game. Martinez fouls the next pitch off. Stays alive, and the count stays at 1-2. Pollock on second, Martin on third. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a four-seamer, and down he goes. So there's the first out. And that'll now bring up America's first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. And they love him here in the desert. J.D. Martinez strikes out swinging. And this first four for Arizona is extremely dangerous. Martin, Pollock, Martinez, and Goldschmidt. And 1-1 count, one down, runners on second and third. Goldschmidt, all he's got to do is blast this one in the outfield, and they got a chance. And that'll be, next pitch will be a four-seamer outside for the ball, and we will update that as soon as our trial notice expires, which will be in 4, 3, 2, 1, and now. Morales, 2-1 count, and the pitch. That's going to be a curveball, dropped way low, but not in the zone. So 31 the count. Sets, and the delivery. And that's a curveball way outside. They walk, the bases are loaded, and the Diamondbacks are getting everything they could have ever hoped for with one out. And now here comes the shortstop, Daniel Descalso. Bounced around from team to team before it looks like he has finally found a home in the desert as their starting shortstop. 2-1 the count for their left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. Goldschmidt on first, Pollock on second, Martin on third as Descalso chops this one away, foul, and it's now 2-2. Morales looking in, sets, and the delivery. Fly ball, or ground ball to the shortstop to one, and didn't get Descalso for two. Martin scores, and the Diamondbacks have the early lead. So 2 down with runners on the corners. They got Goldschmidt going to second, but Pollock will get to third because of his speed, and we'll join it with Aaron Hill on a full count. And the pitch. This one, ground ball up the center, and that's going to score another run. And the Diamondbacks starting to really put the runs together here. And that will bring out the pitching coach. We haven't seen anything signifying any bullpen action, but it's only a matter of time if Morales can't keep it together. And now we'll see Jake Lamb. And the Diamondbacks off to a flying start, full count. Two down, runners on first and second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that inning is finally over for Franklin Morales. 2 runs on 2 hits. Beautiful start for the Diamondbacks, and we'll see if the Rockies can respond. Checking in on the chat room. And Al, Red Sox fan, disappeared, and now he's back. Good to have you back, Al. As Blake Parsons will face the cleanup hitter, Carlos Gonzalez. Lefty against lefty on a full count. Fly ball into left field, the corner. Martin back, makes a diving catch, and he misses it, and it bounces over the wall, and it's a ground rule double. Gonzalez looked like he was about to clear that left field well. Martin made a diving catch towards the wall to try to get it, and it literally bounces off his mitt and off the ground. So it bounced off his mitt onto the ground and over the wall. So a hit for the Rockies. And now we'll see Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, lefty against righty. Full count as well. Lucroy, bouncer to Parsons. Parsons throw to first. Easy play, but Carlos Gonzalez will get to third. And now here comes Arenado. His first at bat against the Diamondbacks ace right now. 2-1 the count with a runner on third. And this one, fly ball, but it's fouled away. 2-2 count for big number 28. And the pitch, lefty to righty. That's going to be low in the dirt, and it almost scored Gonzalez, but he held up. Smart move there as Iannetta is sitting on it with Trevor Story on deck. Full count. And the pitch. Arenado grounds this one along the third base line. That's going to score Gomez. No problem. And an RBI single. For the Rockies. Here comes Trevor Story, the 6', 180-pound rookie, second-year pro. And the pitch. Full count, swing and a miss, and down he goes. So the Diamondbacks finally get a little bit of help. And here comes Mark Reynolds, the first baseman. Long-time pro. And we'll join this at-bat with a 2-1 count. 2 down, runner on first, and it's a 1-run game. Parsons, lefty to righty, and the pitch. This one popped up, and it's foul. So it now makes it 2-2. Parsons looking in. Checks the runner. Takes his time, kicks and delivers. That's going to be a changeup low. And it is now full count. Diamondbacks need Parsons to get out of this inning so they can add on to that lead. They don't want to lose it. With Arenado over on first, they're in a little bit of trouble of doing just that, as this one is fouled off again by Reynolds, and the count will stay full. And the pitch by Parsons, lefty to righty. There goes the runner, and this one, fly ball, right field. Martinez on his horse, gets just shy of the track, makes the catch, and that's going to end this inning. So, 2 hits on 1 run. Or 1 run on 2 hits for the Rockies. Mid-second, and the Diamondbacks lead 2-1. Chris Iannetta, the catcher, will lead off for the Diamondbacks, which means we saw 7 of 9 Diamondback hitters in the first inning. We join it, and the count is 3-0. Just so you know, we've enabled quick counts in an effort to try to speed the game up. And the next pitch is going to be way low, and they walked him. And the Diamondbacks have yet another base runner. And now here comes Blake Parsons. Here's the one thing about Blake Parsons, though. The man can rake. This guy is based off of someone that I knew in high school and played with, and he was our best pitcher and our best hitter. And he actually led the state one year in slugging percentage. It was kind of ridiculous. Lefty to lefty. Full count in the pitch. Parsons, fly ball, shallow left field. Arenado goes back and makes the play, and that'll do out number 1. And there is our notification that this is only a trial of the software. I know. And now Ian Martin will come on. He was walked his first plate appearance and then later scored. Waiting to see what happens with this at-bat. Full count for the switch hitter who is batting from the right side. 1 down, 1 on, and the pitch. This one fouled off. It'll hold full. Morales sets, and that's going to be inside, and they just walked, run to first and second. Here comes the pitch, the manager, and it looks like he's just to have a talk with Morales, not to pull him out, as we have seen no action in that bullpen yet. A.J. Pollock will now come on, and he's 1 for 1. With a double, and later came around to score the run. He's that second run you see. The count is 0-2. So whatever the pitching coach did for Colorado helped Morales out a lot. And the pitch, lefty to righty. That's going to be low in the dirt, but a good corral by Iannetta. It's now 1-2. Morales sets it to shoulders, checks the runner. Left-handed pitcher faces the first base runner, as Pollock will foul that one off. Morales, very quick out there. Not taking a lot of time between pitches as we go again. That's going to be high, and the count's even at 2. Runners on first and second, 1 out. And the men on first and second have speed. It's Iannetta and Martin on second and first, respectively. And the pitch. This one fouled off again. So Pollock figuring out the timing of Franklin Morales. Maybe even trying to set himself up for a breaking ball, which he can hit really well. Let's find out. And this 47th pitch of the game, and it's in the zone. Down he goes looking. And that's 2 outs. And now here comes the right fielder, J.D. Martinez. Probably will be the only baseball classic you see J.D. Martinez on the Arizona Diamondbacks. As I personally don't believe we have the money to keep him. But we're going to enjoy this 1 year while we have him. Lefty to righty, 2-2 the count. 2 outs, runners on first and second. And the pitch. That's going to be low, and it's full count. Chris Iannetta on second. The speedy Ian Martin on first. Both of those guys are on by virtue of the walk. Martinez might be thinking about the same thing. Full count, the pitch. Fly ball. This one is hit beautifully to right field. Beautiful dive by Kadire. It bounces off his mitt. And now one run's going to score and another run's going to score. An RBI double for J.D. Martinez. That one was a laser beam into right field. And Michael Kadire, the right fielder, attempted a diving catch, but it bounced off his mitt and rolled past him. And that enabled Martin, with his speed, to score along with Iannetta. And it's now 4-1 Arizona with Paul Goldschmidt up. A runner on second and 2 down. 2-1 the count. We have the notification, the trial notification up. So give us 1 second and we'll get rid of that. We got to wait the time. Is the pitch to Goldschmidt. This one, fly ball into center right field. It's going to hit the gap. It's going to get down. Martinez rounds third, heads for home, and it's a 5-1 lead for Arizona thanks to an RBI double by Paul Goldschmidt. And now here comes Daniel Descalso, 0 for 1 with a ground out and an RBI. 1-1 the count, and Adama Tavino is in the bullpen for the Rockies. And this one, Descalso into the right field corner, and it is fouled. No, it bounced off the pole, and it's gone. And the Diamondbacks just keep pouring it on. Another 2 runs. It's 7-1. And this is what you were expecting to see if you were a fan of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Them just absolutely hammer this thing as Del Scalzo drilled this one into the deep left field corner. And let me see where I messed up. It bounced off the foul pole. So now it's 7-1 Arizona. And here comes number 2, Aaron Hill, with nobody on. Count is going to be 1-2. And the Diamondbacks, I think, are making a statement here. Yeah, we got beat in Pittsburgh, but we're still a team for the championship. As Hill puts this one into left field, Kadire planted under it, makes the catch, and ends the nightmarish inning for the Rockies. Diamondbacks score 5 in the bottom of the second. It is 7-1. Arizona looking good. Check in on the chat room. Our Red Sox fan says, doing a good job at work listening. If I don't reply, that is why. LOL. Hey, well, I appreciate the support, Mr. Al. Thank you so much. And now Pacheco. Believe that's actually a pitch hitter. Pacheco will ground this one to Hill, who gets it to Goldschmidt for out number 1. So pretty easy job there. Which means now we'll see DJ LeMahieu, the second baseman, come up. And the Diamondbacks can relax now. One-two count. And lefty to righty. This one, ground ball, popped to Aaron Hill. Hill at second base, fires to Goldschmidt, and that's 2. And now, here comes Michael Kadire, the right fielder who has walked in his first plate appearance. And the quick counts that we've enabled will now make us join this with a 1-2 count. Parsons, lefty to righty again, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. And the Diamondbacks will already get their chance to go again. It's 7-1 in the mid-third. Arizona. Adam Ottavino will come out and replace Franklin Morales. This is now turned into a bullpen game for the Colorado Rockies. And Jake Lamb, the third baseman who's 0 for 1, struck out in the first, will be the leadoff hitter. Left-handed batter will face off against a right-handed pitcher. We join it in a 2-1 count. And this one, fly ball, deep right field. You can forget about this one. At least forget about catching it, as Lamb will get a leadoff triple. Huge hit by Jake Lamb. And the Diamondbacks look like they are absolutely cruising here. I thought that one was going to go out. It was sure high enough, long enough, but it dropped literally at the end of the track. And now Chris Iannetta can just do a nice little hit to make it an 8-1 game. Arizona showing why they have that high-powered offense. 1-1 the count for Iannetta. And that'll be a changeup outside. 2-1 now the count. Nobody down. Bottom of the third. A leadoff triple put Jake Lamb 90 feet away from scoring. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a four-seamer. And it's now even at 2. Ottaviano. I'll figure out how to say his name Sunday. Ottaviano. Pitch number 8 coming as Iannetta grounds this one to Mark Reynolds at first, who touches first. Throw home is not in time as Lamb decided to go, and it worked. So Jake Lamb will score, and it's now 8-1 Arizona. And now here comes the pitcher, Blake Parsons. As we mentioned, he's not your typical pitcher. He can hit. 1-2 is the count. Ottaviano now delivers. Swing and a miss, and down goes Parsons, and it's now 2 down in this inning. And it's Ian Martin who will lead off for the Diamondbacks. 2 walks, and he's scored both times. 1-1 the count. He would love to get his hands on a hit. Let's see what happens here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Right-handed Ottaviano will face Martin, who is a switch hitter and now is batting left-handed. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Martin goes down. And that will end this inning. So Colorado still have yet to make Arizona put up a 0 on the scoreboard. But they are getting closer as they only allow 1 run that time. And it's 8-1 Arizona. Charlie Blackmon 0 for 1 with a flyout in the first. Number 19, the center fielder, will be the leadoff hitter for the Rockies here at the top of the 4th. Steps in, left-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher. Blake Parsons has thrown 50 pitches so far, and it's a full count. He has a delayed windup, and he finally delivers as Blackmon will foul that one off into the stands by the first base dugout. Good crowd here in Arizona today. And this one, fly ball, but it's going to go foul into the right field corner. And we have our little notification, so I will do that. We'll check the thing. You're using MLB The Show on PS3 to sim. Yes, I am. I'm using MLB The Show 14, and I manually updated the rosters as Blackmon puts a ground ball into the gap between first and second. Beautiful run over by Hill. Spinning throw, and he gets there in time for out number 1. Great play by Aaron Hill. And now here comes Carlos Gonzalez, who's 1 for 1 with a double in the run. We join it on a 1-1 count. And the pitch. That's going to be a high four-seamer, 95 miles an hour, and it is now 2-1. Lefty on lefty. And Parsons delays and the pitch. And that's going to be a four-seamer sliding away from him, and it's now 3-1. As Parsons taking his time. Kicks and finally delivers. This one, fly ball into center field, but Pollock's got a beat on it. Gets there and makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 down. Yeah, just to answer your question now, I'm using MLB The Show 14, and then I just kind of manually updated all the rosters. That was a chore in itself, but it was kind of fun to see where all the different players were at before the last few seasons. So, as we will now see Jonathan Lucroy, the new batter for the Rockies. And we'll join it on a 2-1 count, 2 down. And the pitch. That's going to be high, and it's now 31. Parsons getting a little frustrated that he's not getting that call. Nolan Arenado on deck. 2 down, nobody on, and they are trailing by 7 here in the 4th inning alone. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and now it's full count. Beautiful slider from Parsons there, going in on the right-handed hitting Jonathan Lucroy. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, full count. Swing and a miss at a changeup on the outside, and that's going to end the inning. So, through 3.5, it is 1-8. Arizona. Blowout City, here we come as A.J. Pollock will lead off for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Count is 31. And the pitch, righty to righty, and that's going to be outside, and Arizona gets another one. You know Arizona's doing well if they have more runs than hits on there on bringing base runners in. Here comes J.D. Martinez, 1 for 2 with an RBI, two-run RBI double. Join it on a even count of 2. Righty to righty, and the pitch. Martinez fouls that one off, and count holds. 22 pitches thrown by Ottaviano as he checks the runner, righty to righty, and the pitch. Martinez thought about going for it, but checked his swing, and it's now a full count. Bottom of the 4th, nobody down, runner on first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a 4-seamer, and Martinez will go down. And that's the first out for the Rockies. And now here comes Goldie as we have our notification that this is a trial. As Goldschmidt will pick him up in a full count situation. Goldschmidt, fly ball into right field. High, should be a pretty easy catch, and Gonzalez makes the catch, and he's going to hold Pollock at first. So 2 down, and now we'll see Descalso, who had a home run in the last inning. And the Rockies are getting closer and closer to making Arizona post a 0 on that scoreboard. 2-run shot back in the 2nd. Join it on a 1-1 count. Righty to lefty. And the pitch. It's going to be a 4-seamer just outside. And it's 2-1. Descalso getting ready, and now the pitch to him. This one, beautifully a hit up the center. Fielded by the center fielder. And throws it in, but that's going to be a base hit for Descalso. A broken bat single. And now here comes Aaron Hill. One for 2 with a single and an RBI. Join this one on a 1-2 count. And the pitch. That's going to be high and in, and it's now 2-2. 2 down, bottom of the 4th. And the pitch. Actually, he's really worried about Pollock at second, and good reason to be, as Hill will foul this one off across the third base line, staying alive. And the pitch again. This one, shallow popper into right field. Running is Kadire, who makes the catch, and that will end the inning. So, Arizona finally puts up a 0 on the scoreboard, and we'll see Arenado, Story, and Reynolds for the Rockies. Arenado is 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Well, it was a very different game last time he hit, and it's now a 1-2 count with Wilton Lopez in the bullpen for the Rockies. Parsons with his delayed lefty to righty and the pitch. 95 four-seamer, and that's going to be outside. 2-2. And Parsons getting ready, the delivery and the pitch. Change up right in the zone. Beautiful pitch. And that's going to strike out Arenado looking. And now here comes Story. Number 27 for the Colorado Rockies. Joining it on a 2-1 count. And Parsons kicks and deals. This one, blooper into right field. Martinez gets there, makes the easy play, and that's going to be out number 2. And now we'll see Mark Reynolds. As we will let the trial notification tick by. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the second. And we join this one on a full count. 2 down. Parsons looking and delivers. This one, liner across on the third base line. It gets over a leaping Jake Lamb, fielded by Martin, who fires it in, and that's going to be a double for Reynolds. And he's happy, telling those boys, hey, we're not out of this yet. Jake Lamb missed inning the inning by about 2 feet. His glove was just a little low. And now Drew Stubbs will come on to pinch hit for Ottaviano. So that will end his morning, whatever, officially. Runner on second, 2 down. Join out on a 2-1 count. And Parsons sets. And the delivery. That's going to be a four-seamer outside, and it's 31. DJ LeMahieu on deck for the Rockies. Parsons does not want to let this guy go. Wants to get out of this inning and get into the dugout. Let his bats do the talking. And the pitch. This one, grounded right at Parsons, bounces off him, and that's going to score Reynolds from second. It bounced off Parsons. He looks like he's okay, but it rolled into right field. And a run will score for the Rockies. Now here comes DJ LeMahieu, 0 for 1 with a ground out thus far. Join in on a 1-1 count. LeMahieu puts this one along the first base line, but it goes foul. So it's now a 1-2 count. Parsons, lefty to righty, checks the runner. Delivers. This one is headed for the gap between center and left, and that's going to get down. Runner's going to round third and head home. Throw home is not going to happen, and that'll be another run scored by Colorado off an RBI double. And now here comes Kadire. 2 down. And it's a 5-run game. This is how you come back from being down by 7. Start chipping away. And we'll join this one on a full count. Parsons taking his time, sets, delivers, and that's going to be outside. And they walked him on a full count. So you got runners on first and second. And Parsons starting to develop a storyline through this game about how he can't sit down the number 3 guy. He gets 2 outs fairly quickly, and now he'll face Charlie Blackmon on a full count situation. Lefty to lefty, runners on first and second. The pitch. Pops that one up, and that's going to be foul to stay alive. DJ LeMahieu on second. And the pitch, runners are going, and he fouls that one again. Parsons trying to get through this 5th inning. And he walked Blackmon, and the bases are loaded, and it makes you wonder if Lopez is going to start working that bullpen yet. And here comes Cargo. 1 for 2 with a double and a run, lefty against lefty. Parsons just needs to relax. Bases loaded. 1-2 count. And the pitch. This one popped up high. Jake Lamb making the play. And he will, and that ends the inning. So the Diamondbacks lead cut to 5. It is now 3-8. Going into the bottom of the 5th. Wilton Lopez will be the next hitter. I was just reading a message from our good friend Al Red Sox. He says, have to go, Elin, doing a good job. Take care. Thank you, Al. We will see you later. Wilton Lopez will come on, and he will face Jake Lamb. And the next pitch to Lamb on a 1-2 count is in there, and down he goes. So that will now set the stage for number 17, Chris Iannetta. 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. Trying to make something continue to happen for the Diamondbacks. 2-2 count. Lopez looking in, kicks and delivers. That's going to be low and inside, and it's now full count. Bottom of the 5th, more than halfway through this one. As Iannetta will foul that one off across the third baseline to stay alive. After Iannetta will be Parsons, the pitcher. And the next pitch is Iannetta will foul that one off to keep alive as well. Lopez could be setting him up. We'll find out. And the pitch. In there, and down goes Iannetta. And that'll now bring up Parsons. He's 0 for 2, struck out, and he's popped out. But he can hit. We join it on an 0-2 count. And the pitch. This one, ground ball, picked up by Arenado, throws the first in time, and down he goes to retire the side. So, through 5, it is 3-8. Arizona. Lucroy, Arenado, and Reynolds, the 3 scheduled for the Rockies. Jonathan Lucroy leading it off. We join it on a 2-1 count. And that's going to be in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Lucroy, of course, spent a lot of seasons with the Brewers before going to the Rangers, before getting traded to this Rocky squad. The pitch. And that'll be outside, full count. Lucroy famously caught for the Arizona Diamondbacks ace, Zach Greinke. Said he would have liked to see Greinke in this position because he knows what he's going to throw, as Lucroy will ground this one to the shortstop. Picks it up, fires to Goldschmidt at first base, and that'll be out number 1. And now here comes Nolan Arenado, number 28. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. We join it on a 2-1 count. And the pitch. This one, line drive into right center field. It gets down. That's going to get to the wall. That's going to send Arenado to second, and he's going to get there with a stand-up double. So another hit for Colorado. And once again, they got something going, as now we'll see Trevor Story go. But Arenado looking to be the most valuable batter right now for the Rockies, as Story will come up. Number 27 for the Rockies. We join in on a full count with Joe Thatcher in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. And that's going to be outside, and he walked him. Runners on first and second. And now here comes Mark Reynolds. Join in on a 1-1 count. And the pitch. That's going to be a curveball on the outside corner for strike 2. And the Diamondbacks trying to get out of this one. Parsons shakes off the sign. Looks in and fires. Swing and a miss, and down goes Reynolds. And after getting a double his last at-bat, he strikes out. Very emotional player. He was celebrating his last at-bat, throwing his bat this time. And now we'll see the former Diamondback Gerardo Parra pitch it for the Rockies. Lefty to lefty. Runners on first and second, 2 down. 107th pitch of the night coming from Parsons as Parra puts this one into center field. High ball, but it should be playable, and it is, as Parsons gets out of it thanks to a A.J. Pollock catch. Martin, Pollock, and Martinez. 3 of the big 4 coming up for the Diamondbacks. Matt Belisle will be the new pitcher for the Rockies. Right-handed pitcher. And Martin will choose to face him left-handed. 0 for 1, and we join it on a 2-1 count. The pitch to Martin. Swing and a miss at a 92 four-seamer. And we're even at 2 here at the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch. Martin fouls that one off to stay alive. 2-2. Belisle shakes off the sign from Lucroy. Now they agree on something. Righty to lefty. And a changeup caught the inside corner of the zone. And Martin goes down looking, not liking it, talking to the umpire as he leaves. He needs to be careful. It doesn't matter how right you think you are. If the umpire says you're wrong, you're wrong. As now we'll see A.J. Pollock come on. Good game for him so far. 2 hits and an RBI. 1-1 the count. Righty to righty. And the pitch. Pollock with the drag bunt. Pops this one high. Arenado makes the catch. So that's out number 2. Pollock just simply popped that one too high. High enough for Arenado to come up and take care of it. Righty to righty against Martinez. A full count, and down goes Martinez looking, and that'll end the inning. Martinez not happy with the call, but oh well. Have to move on and get ready for the 7th. 8-3 in favor of Arizona. DJ LeMahieu with 1 for 3 with an RBI and a double. Daniel Descalso 2 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Parsons has gone 6 innings and has allowed 6 hits. DJ LeMahieu, as we mentioned, 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI, will be the leadoff hitter for the Rockies. Beautiful day here in the Valley of the Sun, and it's a 1-1 count. JJ Putz now in the bullpen for Arizona, as Parsons is looking to go at least the whole 7th, as LeMahieu will bunt this one foul, and it's now 1-2. Parsons with the pitch, and fouls that one off to stay alive, and the count stays 1-2. Next pitch, curveball inside, 2-2 now the count. LeMahieu steps out of the box, takes some practice swings, and back in. Parsons gets the sign from Iannetta. Kicks and fires. And another foul ball by LeMahieu. 2-2 count hold. Parsons has thrown 112 pitches. Here is 113 as LeMahieu fly ball along the left field line, and it rolls foul. Martin gave chase but didn't get there in time. 8-3 the score. Arizona built all of their runs in the first 3 innings. 2 in the first, 5 in the second, and 1 in the third. As LeMahieu will ground this one to Aaron Hill at second base, fires it to Goldschmidt, and that's out number 1. And now, here comes Michael Kadire. 0 for 1 with 2 walks so far in this game. Count is now 1-1. Parsons, lefty to righty in the pitch. This one, fly ball into center field. Pollock, just shy of the track, looks back and makes the running catch, and that will do out number 2. So Arizona taking care of him quickly so far in the 7th, but that's been the story all day. Parsons can get those first 2 outs very quickly, but he's had trouble not allowing 2-out hits. Full count to the left-handed hitting Charlie Blackmon. The pitch, swing and a miss, and down he goes. Parson gets that 1-2-3 inning he needed. And as we stretch, it is 3-8 Arizona. And the good news is they got Parsons to go through 7 innings. So that means you may just put in Archie Bradley for the 8th and then Fernando Rodney for the 9th. 1-1 count to Paul Goldschmidt. Righty to righty. And the pitch. Goldschmidt fouls that one off, and it's now 1-2. 13 pitches thrown by Matt Belisle so far in this game. And the pitch, that's going to be outside, and now it is 2-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. MVP chance going out for Goldschmidt right now here at Chase Field. And the pitch. This one fouled behind the first base dugout. Count holds 2-2. Belisle shakes off the sign, looks in. And the delivery. Outside, changeup. And that'll load the count. 3-2. Daniel Descalso is on deck. Good news for the Diamondbacks. And Belisle delivers. Goldschmidt, swing and a miss, and down he goes. And that's out number 1. Here comes Daniel Descalso, who gets a big roar as he comes out thanks to that 2-run shot. Mammoth shot into right field, too. First home run we've seen in the elimination round, and we join it with a 1-1 count. 1 run, one out, 1 ball, 1 strike as Descalso fouls that one off. Low and inside for strike 2. Nobody on. And the pitch. This one grounded right up the middle to the pitcher. Belial picks it up under, and it, all right, I got to go back. So grounded right to the pitcher, bounces off of him, chases it to his right, picks it up, and he's hurt. Looks like he's hurt. Yeah, that's what I thought. That ball bounced off him. He picked it up, underhanded threw it to Reynolds at first, and they got the out. Belial is hurt, walking around. We'll see if he'll continue, and he will. He'll face Aaron Hill, 2-2 count. And Hill, fly ball into left field. Cargo makes the catch just shy of the track, and that'll end the inning. So, going into the 8th, it is 3-8, or 8-3 Arizona, and J.J. Putz will come in, and that'll close the book on Blake Parsons. He pitched 7 innings, allowed 6 hits and 3 runs. Archie Bradley now in the pen, as the first batter that Putz will face will be Carlos Gomez. And that'll be low, and it's going to be 3-1. Looking in. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. And here we go, this one. High ball into right field. Martin back and makes the catch at the wall. And that'll be out number 1. And now here comes Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher. 0 for 3 with a ground out in the 6th. Lucroy will face Putz. Righty on righty action. And we'll join this at bat as soon as the count comes up, with a 1-1 count. And as soon as this trial notice goes away, we'll update that. And the pitch. Lucroy, shallow center field, running up to make the catch is Pollock, who does, and that'll now make it 2 down here at the top of the 8th. And now here comes Nolan Arenado. He has had a great game, but his Rockies look like their season will be done. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single tonight, or this afternoon, this morning. And we're getting ready to go. Righty to righty, 0-2 the count. The pitch by Putz. Fouls this one off, so he'll stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Putz looking in. Sets. And the delivery. This one popped up high. Goldschmidt has room to play it on the wrong side of the first base line, and he does, and that will end the inning. So, through 7.5, it's 3-8 in favor of Arizona. Leading off will be Jake Lamb. Left-handed batter. And the pitcher, we're still waiting to see if Belial is coming back out. And he is. Full count to Jake Lamb. As Lamb will foul that one off to stay alive here in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch. This one, ground ball past a diving Nolan Arenado at third base. And Jake Lamb has a base hit. So the train keeps moving for Arizona right now. And they need to be, and they can't get ahead of themselves, but you know Andy Lopez, the manager, is thinking about Seattle and Philadelphia. 1-1 count to Chris Iannetta. One on, nobody down. As Iannetta, fly ball into shallow right field. Kadire runs up, makes the catch. No, he doesn't. It actually bounces out of his glove, and it's now behind him. Oh, my goodness. Lamb will go to third, and Iannetta gets to second. That is probably going to be scored in error. Watching the instant replay, it literally bounces off his glove and gets behind him. And now Cliff Pennington will come on to pitch hit for the pitcher, J.J. Putz. Two-one count, and it is an E9. And it's now a 3-1 count with Ian Martin on deck. Nobody down. And the pitch. This one, fly ball into center right field. Blackman rolls over, makes the catch. Lamb tags up, and he's headed home. And the Diamondbacks have another lead, another run to add there. And now Ian Martin, who has been pretty quiet today, needs to get going. 0 for 2. He's walked twice, and every time he's walked, he's scored. Runner on second. One down. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at an outside changeup. And it's 2-2. Iannetta on second. Checks the runner and the pitch. Martin fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 2-2. One out thanks to the sacrifice fly. And the pitch. Martin pops that one high. Lucroy throws off his mask, makes the play behind the plate, and that's now 2 down. So Martin, pretty forgettable day for him. And he'll want to forget that for next time, as now A.J. Pollock will come on, and he has had a great day. 1 for 3, but it's a double and a run. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. 2-1 the count. Runner on second. 2 down. Arizona's already scored 1 run this inning, as Pollock will foul that one off. Thanks to the sacrifice fly by Cliff Pennington. Pollock, fly ball, but it's headed foul into the left field stands. Sets and the delivery. That's going to be a slider inside, and it's now 3-2, my bad. J.D. Martinez on deck. And the pitch to Pollock. This one, beautifully hit along the first base line. It's fair. There goes Iannetta rounding third. He's going to score, and Pollock's got a double. And Colorado, as much as you hate to say it, their season is most likely over. Arizona, like I mentioned earlier, is probably thinking about Philadelphia or Seattle, whoever loses that game. Boone Logan will be the next pitcher for the Rockies. And he'll face Paul Goldschmidt. Or sorry, no, he'll face J.D. Martinez. That was very impressive hitting by A.J. Pollock. 2-1 the count to the right-handed Martinez. Left-handed pitcher against right-handed batter. Three-1 the count, as the first pitch that we saw was up and in. Checks the runners. And now the pitcher. Or now the pitch. It's going to be just outside, and they walked him. And now Goldschmidt will come on. He's 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Score is 10-3 in favor of Arizona right now. 1-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. We'll fix that in a minute. Rex Brothers in the bullpen for Colorado. It's Goldschmidt. Ground ball to Arenado. Arenado kicks it to second. They'll get Martinez, and that will finally end this inning for the Rockies. 10-3. Arizona going into the top of the ninth. It's now or never for Colorado in the first Baseball Classic. Archie Bradley will come on to pitch for the Diamondbacks. Looks like he's going to close this thing down. Trevor Story will be the leadoff man. It's not really a save situation for Bradley as they lead by 7 runs. Trevor Story going to come in, and we'll meet this on a 1-1 count. Bradley looking in. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss at a 100-mile-an-hour four-seamer, and it's 1-2. This will be our final broadcast of the day. Thank you so much for joining us. As Bradley kicks and fires, swing and a miss, and down goes Story. 2 away for the Diamondbacks to end this stupendous offensive showing that they've had today. Here comes Mark Reynolds. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. 1-1 count. Bradley fires righty on righty, and Reynolds will foul that one away. 1-2 now the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. And now the Arizona Diamondbacks are 1 out away from advancing to the next round. And it's going to be a pinch hitter because it's the pitcher's spot up. They just haven't announced him yet. And here he comes. It's going to be Justin Moreno. For the Rockies. Left-handed pitcher, or sorry, right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. We join in on a 2-1 count. Bradley rocks and fires. This one hit along the first base line, but it rolls foul. So it's now a 2-2 count. Arizona fans feeling that this is in their grasp. And the pitch. This one, ground ball to Goldschmidt. That's going to do it. He steps on the bag, and that'll end the game. Final score here in Arizona. The Diamondbacks 10, Colorado 3. From all of us here at EOSN, this has been a absolutely fantastic offensive showing. This is what I think everybody was expecting back in Game 1. But it just wasn't meant to be. So, just to make a quick announcement before we go off the air, our next broadcast is going to be a long one. And what it's going to be is we're in an effort to get back in time with everything. We're going to quick play probably around 15 to 20 games. So we're just going to quick sim them really, really fast and kind of do that as best we can to get back in time to where we'll only have about 8 to 10 teams left. By the way, your player of the game is going to be Daniel Del Scasso. 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 run, and that was the homer, and he scored 3 runs batted in. Congratulations to him and the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are moving on. And we will make it official now. Arizona wins this one. Final score: 10-3. Huge win for the Diamondbacks, and they are ready to move on. So we will see you on the quick play round. And like I said, we're going to quick play probably all the way to... We're going to quick play all the way through losers round 4. So a lot of quick play games, and it'll be just a lot of set up the matchups, fast forward them to the end type stuff. And we'll do that soon. And then after that, by next week when we start these rounds, we should have... Actually, we're going to quick play up to loser round 4. By the time we have that, we should have the capture card, so it'll be a lot better. Sorry about the creative way we've had to do things lately. So from all of us here at EOSN, thank you guys so much. Again, your final score: Arizona 10, Colorado 3. Arizona did it on 9 hits, no errors. Colorado 6 hits, 1 error. Thank you guys so much, and take care. We will see you next time.